global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Many Nigerians have been waiting for the outcome of the meeting, but while we are waiting for that, there seemed to be a press briefing made by the PDP acting National Publicity Secretary Ibrahim Abdullahi Manga just some few minutes ago. We're going to give you the full details on that just about now, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now this is what he said to the press. He said gentlemen of the press, and this is dated today in NWC Hall of the PDP National Secretariat Abuja. For the sake of our party, caution. Now, gentlemen of the press, we call you here today to further clarify the ongoing imbroglio in our great party, the PDP, in the past 3 days, to state unequivocally that these acts of vaporation against our party's corporate existence are not amusing but condemnable. Now, this is therefore a clarion call to all concerned to see to it that the PDP is not destroyed due to avoidable conflict. Now, to buttress America's former President John F. Kennedy said that leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. Consequently, to improve on our learning process of party leadership and administration, we must ensure that certain actions are not guided by sentiment and personal interest, but in compliance with the provisions of the party's constitution and other extant guidelines that interpret all its intent and purposes. Now, before I proceed further, please recall that we interacted in this same NWC National Working Committee Hall last Friday, being 11th of October 2024, on my assumption of office as the Acting National Publicity Secretary, alongside my colleague Barrister Okechukwu Osuoha as the Acting National Legal Advisor, respectively. As we did explain that day, and in addition to the press statement released the previous day, the development is in line with the decision of the 593rd NWC meeting held on the 10th of October 2024 in the NWC Hall of our great party's National Secretariat. Now, for emphasis, the NWC decision had arisen following the temporary suspension of the National Publicity Secretary Honorable Debo Olugunogba and the National Legal Advisor Kalmadin Ajibade, Senior Advocate of Nigeria SAN, to allow the four-man NWC investigation committee set up under the chairmanship of Deputy National Chairman South, His Excellency Ambassador Arakpaja, to freely investigate the allegation of abuse of office and insubordination leveled against the duo. Other members of the committee are Deputy National Secretary Kosheodu, National Treasurer Honorable Yayari Ahmed, and National Auditor Sir Dane Obi Okechukwu. Is this the first of such incident? A resounding no came out. Now, for the record, both NWC affected officers are senior lawyers who should know better on how to preserve sanctity of the organization, and have equally participated in suspension of some of the NWC colleagues in the past. So why kill our great party due to collective decision of your colleagues against your action, instead of availing yourselves of the investigation committee's window to be exonerated or otherwise? Now, for the avoidance of doubt, let me state at this juncture that the essence of this press briefing is not to dive into reasons behind the suspension of the duo on whether it is right or wrong, but to call for restraint in the interest of our great party, the PDP, which is the major opposition party in Nigeria and the hope of Nigerians for a better tomorrow, in view of the APC's strangulating, inept and clueless government nationwide. It is expedient to clear certain notions and misinformation trending on the issue. Gentlemen of the press, in the interest of our great party's teaming members, supporters, and the general public who may have been misinformed about the situation, please do help us to inform truthfully what the matter is. Let us all concerned know that the Deputy National Publicity Secretary, my humble self, now Acting National Publicity Secretary, and Deputy National Legal Advisor, and now Acting National Legal Advisor, assumed office following the decision of the NWC and it's in line with the PDP Constitution 2017 as amended following the absence of our substantive officers. It is made abundantly clear on Section 40, subsection 2 and 42, subsection 2. It is therefore distasteful for a leader or leaders who ought to inform the uninformed, but instead goes ahead to misinform on a national television and other media channels that our assumption of office in acting capacity is unconstitutional and does not exist. Why? Furthermore, we are constrained to express our utter disgust and disappointment in our colleagues' resort to motopark approach to a mere suspension aimed at providing them with the opportunity to clear themselves of certain allegations against them. Although we have detailed knowledge of the drummers, the masquerades should have been guided in their dance steps to avoid stripping themselves naked on the stage. In the face of this reckless violation of a subsisting court order, we are hereby left with no option but to deploy the services of security agencies in the enforcement of the rule of law. To this end, I want to very respectfully commend the intervention of the chairman of the BOT, chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, and other well-meaning leaders of the party on the need to seek amicable solutions soonest. In conclusion, we charge all our party members to remain focused and keep supporting the PDP chairmanship under the acting national chairman, His Excellency Omar Iliya Damagum, until we achieve a lasting solution to our issues. Long live the PDP, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you for listening. Those are the words of the newly elected legal advisor and publicity secretary of PDP. Remember, they suspended the other ones, the two, and they also in turn suspended Damagum for, of course, anti-party policies and all. Now, they did not stop here. Now, for avoidance of that, so that some of us who don't understand, let's quickly clarify this. This particular press release is coming from the Damagum group. You know, we have two factions now. The one that is upholding the constitution, and Damagum, who have decided to get court injunction to stop him from being suspended. Of course, the likes of some 9 members of the Governors Forum had actually supported the suspension of Damagum. Of course, including Bala Mohammed. They are still holding a meeting. Now, these ones have finished their meeting, but they have decided to apply the use of law enforcement agencies to enforce the rule of law, which means if this guy should sit for any reason, the likes of the legal advisor, those they deemed that they have suspended should sit, they will use law enforcement agencies to bundle them. It has gotten to this level. I don't understand how it has gotten to this. And none of them is suspended. Although Bala Mohammed did mention that they would like the whole thing to be, everybody should maintain the status quo. The way the thing is going, obviously, it's not going to end too well. Now, if 9 out of about 14, 15 members of the Governors Forum have given their support for Damagum to go, they understand the dynamics. And Ikenga did mention that they did not disobey the rule of law, that they have already suspended Damagum before the rule of law. And this was now saying that, why would you not uphold the rule of law? And they have suspended you, that these two sets they have risen to your position. And for that reason, if for any reason this guy decides to hold meeting against their suspension, that the law enforcement agency to do the needful, it will end well. I don't know, and they're even thanking BOT chairman. I don't know where is BOT chairman standing. At this rate, even in their meeting, if they will call all the members to come into a particular room, please, everybody should be on guard. The fact they should bring security personnel close. Let it not enter fisticuffs where everybody will begin to. We usually see some of those things on our news waves. I just hope it doesn't get to that level. That's where we'll wrap it up. We'll give you updates also when the other group, the Governors Forum group, will also meet and give you updates. We'll give you all of that. That's good.